Does the cost of transforming your backyard into a lush paradise seem outrageously high? You're not alone. Many homeowners find themselves grappling with the steep expenses of garden supplies and professional landscaping services. The price tags on soil, plants, and tools can quickly add up, making the dream of a beautiful garden seem like a costly affair. But what if there were ways to achieve that green oasis without emptying your wallet? Fear not. Today, we dive into some ingenious budget-friendly gardening hacks. First up, let's turn your everyday kitchen scraps into garden gold. Composting is a simple yet transformative method that utilizes common kitchen waste like fruit peels, coffee grounds, and eggshells. Begin by collecting these scraps in a dedicated bin. You'll be surprised at how quickly things like banana skins, apple cores, and even tea bags can accumulate. Once you have a good amount, transfer them to a compost bin or pile in your garden. The magic happens as microorganisms break down this organic matter, turning it into compost over time. This process not only recycles nutrients back into the earth but also improves soil structure, enhances moisture retention, and supports healthy plant growth. Regularly turn your compost to aerate it, speeding up the decomposition process. In just a few months, you'll have a rich organic compost that your plants will love. Not only is this method practically free, but it also reduces your household waste significantly. Why buy new planters when you can make them yourself? It's time to dive into the world of DIY and create something truly special for your garden. Let's start with plastic bottles. These ubiquitous household items are not just recyclable but also perfect for transformation into vibrant planters. Simply cut the top off, add some holes for drainage, and you've got yourself a new home for your plants. Don't stop there. Old boots that have walked their last mile can take on a new life as charming rustic planters. Fill them with soil, nestle in some flowers or herbs, and watch as they become a quirky centerpiece in your garden. And what about that broken chair or dresser drawer? With a bit of creativity, these can be turned into stunning, large-scale planters that are sure to turn heads. Just ensure they have proper drainage and they're ready to go. This hack not only saves money but also adds a unique touch to your garden. Next, let's talk about seeds, a small input with big potential. Imagine finishing your favorite bell pepper or tomato, but instead of tossing out the seeds, you save them for your garden. It's quite simple to do. Gently rinse the seeds and lay them out to dry on a paper towel. Once dried, store them in a labeled envelope in a cool, dry place until you're ready to plant them next season. Now, why keep all this gardening goodness to yourself? Organizing a seed swap with fellow gardeners is a fantastic way to diversify your garden without spending extra money. It's like a potluck, but with seeds. You'll find that different gardeners might have varieties of plants you haven't tried growing yet. Not only is seed saving a thrifty move, it's also incredibly sustainable. By saving seeds, you are participating in a cycle of growth that reduces waste and minimizes your environmental footprint. Seed saving enriches your garden variety and builds community connections without costing a dime. Watering your plants efficiently can also be done on a budget. Today, let's roll up our sleeves and dive into constructing a DIY drip irrigation system using those old plastic bottles you might have lying around. First, gather some clean plastic bottles and poke small holes in their caps. This will allow the water to drip out slowly, mimicking a drip irrigation system. Next, cut the bottom off each bottle. You can now invert the bottle and bury it halfway next to the plants you wish to water. Make sure the holes in the cap are facing downwards, directly towards the roots. Fill these bottles with water, and voila! You've created a system that delivers water right where it's most needed, minimizing waste and maximizing efficiency. This method is particularly beneficial during the warmer months when water evaporation rates are high. This system is not just wallet-friendly, it's also incredibly water-wise. Looking for a nutrient boost for your garden? Check your coffee maker. Yes, those spent coffee grounds that often end up in the trash have a fantastic second life as a garden enhancer. Rich in nitrogen, an essential nutrient for plant growth, coffee grounds can be sprinkled directly onto the soil around your plants. But it's not just about nitrogen. Coffee grounds also improve soil structure. They enhance its ability to hold water and air, which is crucial for healthy root development. As you mix these grounds into the soil, you'll notice an improvement in the soil's overall texture and fertility. There's more to coffee grounds than just feeding plants. They also deter pests. Slugs and snails in particular dislike the texture and acidity of coffee grounds, so a ring of coffee around plants can act as a natural barrier against these common garden pests. Your morning coffee can do double duty with this simple hack. Mulch is essential, but did you know you can make it from newspapers? Let's dive into how simple and effective this method can be. First, gather old newspapers you've already read. Instead of tossing them into the recycling bin, they can serve a new purpose in your garden. Start by laying the newspapers around your plants. Overlap them slightly to ensure no gaps where weeds might sneak through. Wet the newspaper layers to keep them in place, and add a thin layer of soil or compost on top. This not only weighs down the paper but also starts the decomposition process. The newspaper acts as a barrier, retaining moisture in the soil and suppressing those pesky weeds. Over time, the paper will biodegrade, enriching the soil with carbon, an essential element for plant growth. This method is not just about saving money, it's also about making a positive impact on the environment. By repurposing your newspapers, you reduce waste and limit the need for chemical mulches. This hack keeps your garden healthy and your costs low. Lastly, protect your garden from pests without harsh chemicals. Battling garden pests doesn't require a trip to the store for expensive, chemical-laden products. Instead, whip up effective pest control solutions right in your kitchen. One simple recipe involves mixing a few drops of mild liquid soap with a quart of water. This soap solution can be sprayed directly onto plants to deter a variety of pests. For a bit of extra kick, consider adding crushed chili peppers to the mix. Chili not only enhances the deterrent effect but also keeps larger nibblers like rabbits and deer at bay. Just be sure to wear gloves when handling the chili mixture to protect your skin. These homemade solutions are not only cost-effective but also environmentally friendly. They break down naturally, causing no harm to the soil or the beneficial organisms that live in it. Keep pests at bay with solutions that are kind to both your wallet and the planet. Now that you're armed with these budget-friendly hacks, your dream garden is within reach. Let's quickly recap. Composting kitchen scraps turns waste into treasure, while DIY planners repurpose old items beautifully. Saving seeds and sharing them keeps diversity alive without cost. An easy DIY drip irrigation system saves water and money. Coffee grounds and newspapers become free fertilizer and mulch, enriching and protecting your soil. Lastly, whip up your own pest control to keep invaders at bay. Empower yourself to start these projects today and watch as your garden transforms into a thriving oasis.